Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. It's a quote from Mike Tyson, the famous boxer. Welcome to another episode of Weekend Wake Up with me, your host, Marcus. On today's episode, we're going to talk about the storms of life and how to overcome them. At some point in your life, you probably face a storm, a relational storm, a financial storm, a medical storm. When I was 16 years old, I went to the doctor, and the doctor told me and my mom that I had atrial fibrillation, which means my heart skips beats. That was a storm in my life. And now for the purposes of this video, it's probably helpful to define what a storm is. And my definition of a storm is a disruptive event that has the potential to harm something that we consider sacred, okay? A storm is a disruptive event that has the potential to harm something that we consider sacred, okay? Now, also, when I was in college, I had a storm my first semester when I almost failed out. I was able to get through by the grace of God. Now, I want you to think to yourself on this Saturday, what are some storms that you're facing in life? And for anybody who's facing a storm right now, I just want to say that you faced storms in the past and you're able to get through it. And you're going to face storms in the future and be able to get through it. And you're going to be able to come out victorious from the storm that you're in. And a lot of that has to do based on your attitude, okay? I heard Lecrae, the rapper, say, don't get bitter, get better. When that comes to anything, storms are going to happen. You know, storms are going to come in life, all right? Now, I want to talk to you more about how to overcome the storms, okay? Now, the first thing to do when you face these disruptive events that have the potential to harm something you consider sacred. Like, for example, when I was at the doctor, I was like, oh, man, I might die early because of this heart condition, okay? I had to wear a heart monitor. When I was 16 years old, under me, I had to wear it underneath my jersey when I played in basketball games. Like, it was a serious thing. Okay, now let's see how to get over it, okay? Now, first step to get over is know that the storms are coming, okay? Prepare for it. The more you sweat in peace, the less you bleed in war, okay? The more you sweat in peace, the less you bleed in war. A storm that a lot of people face in life is, let's say, okay, they may get laid off of work or fired or whatever, and you can anticipate these things. If you're going to anticipate and overcome this storm of getting laid off, remember something that might happen to your job, having an emergency fund might help you to overcome that. Or let's say you think you might have a midlife crisis one day. A lot of men have midlife crises in life, and you can say to yourself, okay, what's a good way to overcome a potential impending midlife crisis? Like, a lot of times in life, because other people live before us, we can see what's on the horizon and what's coming, and we can prepare for it. So the first step in helping to overcome the storms of life is to know that they are coming. Remember, the more you sweat in peace, the less you bleed in war. The second thing to overcome storms in your life is to understand your role in it, okay? From what I've seen from my life is that a lot of the storms I face in life, I create, okay? It's our own hand that smites us, all right? It's like use our own folly and error, and the error in our ways that creates the mess in life. For example, when I almost failed out of college, that was my mistake. I wasn't prepared. I got complacent. So if we can figure out and understand that a lot of times it's not trouble coming against us in life, it's trouble living within us in life. There's a lot of trouble in us sometimes. I've seen it in myself, and so I know if I can keep myself under control a lot of times that most of my problems will go out the window if I just fix some error in me. The third thing we can do to overcome the storms in life is to see and learn from the storms that other people have gone through. Okay? This is the power of reading books. You can transfer that knowledge from them to you to just help you get to where you're trying to go. Okay? Other people have faced storms in life. Other people have gone usually what you've gone through in life, and you can relate to them. So let's look at use these people as examples and references to know how we learn. They say a wise man learns from the mistakes of others and doesn't make these mistakes himself. Now, the last thing we can do to overcome the storms we face in life is do what the eagles do, okay? I'm gonna tell you something about eagles, and you can look this up. Eagles embrace storms, like physical, like thunderstorms. They embrace them, okay? They fly into the storm on purpose because they understand that the storm is gonna make them a better eagle. Eagles fly above the storm, okay? A lot of people are fascinated with eagles, and eagles are pretty cool. But the thing about an eagle, they want to get better. They say, okay, I want this challenge. And remember, in one of my videos, I talked about how the habits of successful people seek out hardship and pain. Successful people are like eagles. They go, okay, where's the storm at? Let's fly to the storm. Let's run towards the gunfire instead of doing the natural thing and running away from it, okay? And in closing, remember, storms are inevitable. You're gonna face storms in your life, but it's important to not get buried by them. But some people do get buried by them, okay? This is why it's important to prepare, know our role in it, learn from other people, and fly like an eagle, okay? And right now, there's a snowstorm in Seattle. But, knowing what we know, that this storm will pass, and whatever hard time, if you're going through a hard time in your life, it's gonna pass. With this whole virus situation, that's a storm. All right, a lot of people lost their jobs. That's a storm, okay? The storms of life, don't let the storms of life deter you, okay? You're stronger and you can overcome. And if viewed in the right light, they can help to transform us. As Albert Einstein said, he said, a problem cannot be solved at the consciousness that created the problem, okay? A lot of times these storms come to show us ourselves, and if we can change our consciousness, how we view the problem, our perspective of the problem, we can overcome it, okay? So if you enjoy this video, please share it with your friends and family. I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. And as always, unsuccessful people make decisions based on their current situation. Successful people make decisions based on where they want to be, okay? Understand the storms of life are coming and prepare accordingly, okay? You're going to be okay, even if it doesn't feel like you're going to be okay. Okay, bye.